All right, hello everyone. Welcome to Project Management Series. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the role of the project leader. So let's talk about project managers and project leaders. All right. First of all, let's look at the definition. All right. So the project leader is the person assigned by the performing organization to lead the team that is currently responsible to achieve the project objectives. All right. So, and the big question is always, should you be a manager or should you be a leader? And a lot of times you go on LinkedIn and you see, oh, you need to be a leader, not a manager. And seriously, every time I see this, I kind of want to unfriend these people because this is so ridiculous. A manager and a leader are two different things. What do you need to be? You need to be both, but it will depend a lot on the situation that you are. All right. So what is leadership? Leadership is when you have to manage people, right? To motivate, to lead people. But management is more about the tasks that you do. Okay. So you don't need to be only leader or only manager. You have to be both, but you have to adapt according to the situation. All right. So let's imagine this. Let's imagine that you have best case scenario. You have a team of people that you've been working with them for a long time. You know them very well. And you also know that what they do, they know how to do. So in this case, all right, you as the team leader, this is a perfect project because you are on the situation where you have to demonstrate weak leadership and demonstrate weak management. And when I say weak leadership, weak management does not mean that you have to be a bad manager or a bad leader. It just means you don't have to put a lot of time into it. All right, because your only job when you have to do this is to delegate and regulate, to assign the tasks, and in case there's some small issues, to take care of those small issues. All right, you don't have to show them how to work together. You don't have to show them how to do their jobs. They already know how to do that. So just give them the tasks, trust your team, and let them do their work. And all you have to do is to manage any small issues and to manage the communication in the project. All right, and this means you can spend much more time on activities that add value. The second situation we have is this: when you have a group of people that they know they're very good at what they do, but they have never worked together. All right. So in this case, you're going to have to demonstrate strong leadership skills and weak management skills. All right. So in other words, you're going to have to show them how to work together and to work on their team building, but you don't have to show them how to actually do their jobs, because that can actually be a little bit condescending, right? So in this situation, your job is to align and motivate. Align all their work, make sure that, each task is being taken care by one person and you don't have tasks that no one is responsible, or you don't have tasks where two people are responsible, for example, and therefore you have to take care of that. That's what I mean with align. And motivate them on the sense of motivating them how to work together, team building exercises, getting to know each other, getting comfortable with everyone. There's going to be the video later on where I explain that much more into detail. All right. The third situation we have is, well, the opposite of the second, which is, all right, you have a team that's been working together for many years, but this is a very new project and they really don't know how to do many of the things. And you are the technical expert on it. You are the expert on how to do things. So here you have to be more of a weak leader and a stronger manager, in the sense that you don't have to show them how to work in teams. They already been working together for many years, but you have to really plan and control what the project is. Tell them exactly how to do, tell them how to do, who's responsible for what, and control their work. Now, you might think a lot of times the word control has a negative connotation to it, but I want you to figure this out. I want you to imagine this, sorry. You go to a new job, all right? You don't know what you're doing, right? It's new. What do you want? Do you want a boss that comes to you, I trust you, just do whatever you feel like it's right? Or do you want someone that says, okay, you're new on the job, this is exactly what you have to do, here's the list of steps? You probably want the second one, because when we don't know something, all right, we need that control. We need the guidance, not the trust. All right. And therefore, that's what I mean here with planning and control. Finally, the fourth situation, which is the worst case scenario, is when you have a project where the team is not very strong on their tasks, or it's a very new project they don't know how to do, and they never work together. And here, this is a very exhausting project for the team manager, for the team leader, because you have to demonstrate how things are done, And after you demonstrate and control and teach them how to do, you have to empower them to do that. So indeed, this will require a huge amount of energy on your part, but it can be very rewarding in terms of results as well. Okay, so this is the 4 situations of what you need to be, leader or manager. And like I said, you need to be both. It depends on the situation. So a project manager, as you probably realize by now, will have many responsibilities, all right? The first category of responsibility is about planning. He's going to have to create and maintain the project plan. He's going to have to manage the project risk as well. The second category of responsibilities that the project leader has is regarding the project execution. Things like management of the project teamwork, management of staffing and destaffing of the team, ensuring that the tasks are completed to the requirements, management of communications. And the third category of tasks we have is project control. And here we have things like development and presenting project status and scorecards, develop and present the management reviews of tollgate meetings, management of risk response processes. And this is just some of the tasks that you have as a team leader. So being a team leader is really not, let's say, an easy job, because everything is on your shoulders, all right? Oh, and finally, you also, in case that is rare, you have to also manage the project change. But all these things, many of these things, we're going to cover later on much more into detail. So in order for you to be a good leader, what do you need? Normally, we define leadership as saying that we have 3 pillars to leadership, all right? The first pillar is called technical authority, and here is about your technical competencies. What do you know? What do you know how to do? This comes from your training, from your education, but it can also come from your reputation, from your work experience as well. So it's really about what can you do? What should I listen to you? Because knowing how to do gives you power. The second category of leadership pillar that you have, or authority pillar that you have, is your position in the company, all right? So what is your position overall in the company? What is your ability to influence careers of other people? And a lot of is, who do you know? How are you in the politics, the internal politics of the company? All right, so this is the second category that gives you the power to lead, because at the end of the day, if you want to be a leader, you have to be respected as well by your peers, and your position in the company and who do you know also provides that. The third one is called your personal authority. Now the first 2 categories, if you notice, they're a little bit external to who you are. It's your studies, yes, it's your position, but this one is about who you are, what you are, and this has to do with your charisma, and charisma is basically your likability factor. How do people like you as a person? All right, what is the opinion they have? What is the opinion that peer groups in the company have about you? And very important, what are your habits, your style, your personality? Okay, are you consistent with what you say? And therefore, if you build these 3, then you have, in my opinion, the basic things, or all the authority you need to be able to lead a project, to become a leader. Right. So to summarize, the project leader is it's a position of a lot of work and a lot of respect, but that respect comes indeed with a price, and that price is the fact that you have all that work to do, but at the same time, if things go wrong, it will be your responsibility. It's also, project leader is someone that has to be adaptive. You have to adapt to the situation and to the team you have, and therefore you cannot run every project as just being one personality or one way. You have to adapt to the project requirements and to the project needs, all right? Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you have any questions on the comment section below.